Good day. In music for module number 5. It's about music of India. India's classical music tradition includes Carnatic and Hindustani music which have developed over many centuries. Music of India also includes several types of folk and popular music. One aspect of vocal music uses melismatic singing with nasal vocal quality, when compared with the Philippine music which uses melismatic singing is only used in chanting epics and the pasyan. Singing based on a set of pitches was popular even during the Vedic times. The Samagana style of singing developed into a strong and diverse tradition over several centuries, becoming an established part of contemporary tradition in India. The hymns in Sama Veda, a sacred text, were sung as Samagana and not chanted. Sama Veda is the third of the 4 Vedas of Hinduism but ranks next to Rig Veda, in terms of its sanctity and liturgical importance. Rig Veda is also sung in the Samagana traditional singing style. Because of its liturgical importance, Rig Veda is counted as first among the 4 canonical sacred texts of Hinduism known as Vedas. Rig Veda is an ancient Indian sacred collection of Vedic Sanskrit hymns. Some of its verses are still recited as Hindu prayers at religious functions and other occasions. Characteristics of traditional music from India. 1. Carnatic music refers to music from South India directed to a Hindu god, which is why it is called temple music. Unlike Hindustani music, Carnatic music is unified where schools are based on the same ragas, the same solo instruments, veena, flute, violin, and the same rhythm instrument, mridangam and ghatam. Compositions called KRTI are devotional songs. Second, Hindustani music goes back to Vedic period times around 1000 BC, further developed in the 13th and 14th centuries AD with Persian influences and from existing religious and folk music predominantly found in the northern and central regions influenced by ancient Hindu musical traditions, historical Vedic religion, Vedic philosophy, native Indian sounds and enriched by the Persian performance practices of the Mughal-era nasal singing as observed in their vocal music in North India. The most common style of singing is called khayal, a word which means imagination.
We are going to have Middle East music and song, focusing on Israel and Jewish music. Let us begin. Background. Middle Eastern music can be distinguished from Western European style of music by its exotic traits. Its sound is a combination of influences from the music of Greece and India. The Islamic religion is also a predominant influence in Middle Eastern music, especially in their order of worship and religious traditions. The music of Israel is a Western music commonly used in communal worship in mosque, synagogue, and church. The Jewish music is divided into 2, and the first one is a devotional music. This is entirely vocal music, featured during Sabbath and other holy days. The art of Azan, the leader of prayer in synagogue, has always been evident in the culture. Shofar, is a special call to prayer and repentance. It is sounded on the high holidays, the Jewish New Year, and the Day of Atonement. The second one is the secular music. Instruments and voices are used, played during the passage event. Context lies outside the religious domain, and this is very rhythmic and have popular romantic texts.
We are going to discuss the Asamyuta hasta. It is a single-handed gesture. In Bharatanatyam hasta, or Bharatanatyam mudra, as it is also called. Music is not just a form of entertainment but is an essential element in many of the activities of daily life and plays a prominent part in most rituals. These include life cycle events, such as birth, initiation, marriage, and death. Events of the agricultural cycle, such as planting, transplanting, harvesting, and threshing, and a variety of work songs. These songs are usually sung by all the members participating in the activity and are sung not for a human audience but for a spiritual one. In each area and even within a single area, different social groups have their own individual songs whose origins are lost in antiquity. The songs are passed on from one generation to another, and in most cases the composers are unknown. Asamyuta hasta is a single-handed gesture. In Bharatanatyam hasta, or Bharatanatyam mudra, as it is also called, a typical hand gesture used in the dance form to depict certain parts or the narrative. Study and look at the hand gestures of flag, half moon, scissors and peacock. Another Asamyuta hasta or the basic hand gestures of elephant apple, flag with colors, half of a flag and bend. That's all. Thank you and God bless.